Ain't no love in that raggedy. Ain't no love. I grew up in that raggedy. Don't do no trusting in that raggedy.
You are now tuned into Real Talk with Benjamin Rex. Today I brought you here to discuss a few topics, but the very first one I would like to talk about PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. What I have to say about PTSD and how it relates to the neighborhoods that we live in and the communities around us is that we lose people every day. Now, not to take away from our veterans or our military personnel, because when you hear PTSD, you automatically think, okay, we talking about somebody that went to war, don't pop firecrackers, around veterans, when they living around you, stuff like that. You don't want to bring certain things out of them, and it's understandable. But sometimes you have to look deeper into that word or those words, that acronym, and say, wow, I could have it. Because think about it. We can count on our fingers, right? All of them. And we can have a name for each person we lost this year alone. Not talking about last year, 10 years back. We talking about just this year. We can count that many people. And we look around, you also have to realize that the people that we are supposed to feel as though the people that's supposed to protect us, they are one of the ones that's the violators of our space or our safety. Now, what I want to do is I want to open up your mind or go deeper into that disorder and bring it home. And when I mean home, I mean Baton Rouge. I mean cities that's like Baton Rouge, war-like communities. So with that being said, I want to read you off this website what they say what PTSD is or whatever. So I'll get to that now. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a real illness. You can get PTSD after living through or seeing a traumatic event such as war, a hurricane, sexual assault, physical abuse, or a bad accident. PTSD makes you feel stressed and afraid. After the danger is over, it affects your life and people around you. PTSD can cause problems like flashbacks or feeling that the event is happening again. It says trouble sleeping or nightmares, feeling alone, angry outbursts, feeling worried, guilty, or sad. Now, with that being said, some of those problems that I named, you probably can already associate yourself with, right? But just to go further in it, we have people, like, just being honest. And like I say all the time, I don't want to disrespect any veteran that may be viewing this, any military personnel that may be viewing this. This is all my opinion, right? But we live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where every other day somebody getting killed. Whether it's an innocent bystander, whether it's a vulture, they getting killed, right? That's a friend, though. Even though he a vulture, he is a friend. He a brother. He a uncle. He a cousin. You see what I'm saying? He a father. We towards the end of the year, right? We knocking on another year right now. You can name at least 5 people you lost, right? I know you can. Of course, it's a whole year. This is Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to a situation where you scared to walk around without protection. See, that's the thing. See, a lot of people don't walk around with protection. But when you feel that you are forced to walk around with protection, something is terribly wrong. And it's some type of action that needs to be taken to prevent this feeling. You see what I'm saying? Because you might not need that. I'm just saying, it's not the fact that you actually have to walk around with your gun on your hip, unless you in something. You in something, you got to keep your protection. But what I'm saying is PTSD is in the black community and is running rampant. I know it is because I see it every day. I see what people say. I see how they say it. I see why they say it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a time that goes by where I don't automatically think, who next? You know, we might go a month without somebody close to us dying, but just know that they have people getting killed every day. And they have so many communities like Baton Rouge, you know. My heart pours for everybody. I done lost people, you know. The last couple people I done lost, like, just being honest, they haven't died from violence. They didn't die from violence, but you know, it's still hurt, you know. And it adds to that. It's not the fact that they don't have to automatically get killed from gun violence or whatever, or suicide, but it's the fact that when you lose people that's close to you, that you deal with on a daily basis. When you pick up your phone, like right now, they got people right now, their phone used to blow up. I'm talking about, I had friends galore, right? But the friends that they like, they gone. They can't call them no more. They can't get those calls. They can't get those texts. They can't get those pop-up visits. They can't get that. Hey, how you doing? Where you been? You know, I ain't seen you in a minute, but now you can't see them at all unless you go to the grave, and they not there, definitely. My grandma always told me, you can go to the grave, but they ain't there. Excuse me. Knowing that your black skin is tied to criminalization and death. When you come out your house, right? You leave, you got your nice clothes on, dressed nicely, you smelling good, you looking good, you feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Then you go get in your car, you drive to a corner store, you drive to a department store, or you drive to the grocery store, wherever it may be. And you pat your pockets. Yes, I got my phone. Right? You pat your other pocket. Yes, I got my wallet. And then you get out your car. You go into the store, wherever it is. And then you are reminded that you didn't leave something else. You didn't leave your skin. You're reminded that you brought your skin with you wherever you went. And that could add to that disorder, that stress. You know, you get in a situation and you have to take certain precautions just because of your skin color. And that's the sad part. Like, they had so many people that got killed by police that were defenders of justice. Somebody that was there to protect or hold somebody or help somebody, and then they were automatically perceived as the criminal. And America chooses to disregard that this happening or ignore that this is happening, but it is happening. And we have too many stories to where somebody left their house smelling good, looking good, hoping to have a nice day, and just because they didn't leave their skin at home, they got shot down within seconds of arrival of the police officers. I also want to talk about today how it's too late to be the dope man. Like, real talk. Nah, you have to pay attention to something that I see, you know, and I could be wrong. Like I say, this is my opinion. These are opinionated facts. So, just observing, right? I noticed that heroin is prevalent in Baton Rouge. It's heavy right now, right? Now, I also noticed something else, that Louisiana is in the process of adopting legal marijuana or medical marijuana or whatever you call it, but eventually it'll all be legal. You know that, because it's too much money. Well, Louisiana need money, so you know they're gonna follow the footsteps of a lot of other states. But as for right now, we just gonna speak on what's going on now. You know, they starting to deal with American marijuana. I believe LSU messing with it. I think Southern about to mess with it. I believe they have a pharmacy in Metairie that is a black pharmacy actually, and I'm proud of that also. But is a pharmacy in Metairie that won the first, got the first bid on, you know, being able to use it or something like that. I believe I read that somewhere. Okay, what I observed is they are taking the marijuana out of the young black hand and they're replacing it with heroin. You know, now the reason I feel like it's a plan because it's falling together too easily. You know, like a lot of dudes got heroin. This is not me dressing this, and I'm just saying what it is. A lot of people is coming up off heroin, you know. There's more money involved than it is with marijuana, so it looks like a win-win, right? It's so easily accessible, but if you don't look at the bigger picture, you don't realize there's a real transition going on. See, like I say, in my opinion, I feel that they sat in their little room and they said, well, okay, we finna legalize marijuana, right? So we don't want no competition on the streets. You know, we don't want nobody being able to, you know, knock on Fifi door or Chi door and say, give me a half a pound. You know, we want you to go to the dispensaries or go to the, you know, get you a little card or whatever, marijuana card. So they said, well, look, let's get them something that's gonna hold steeper sentences than marijuana anyway. Let's make it easy for them. You know, they can make a lot of money. You know, that's cool. We're going to let them make their money. But once we get them, we got them, you know. You know, as opposed to marijuana, you know, you don't get that many years as you would with heroin. Especially because the president right now, he talking about the opioid addiction and stuff. You see, they got a war on that now. You don't even hear the word war on drugs no more. It's war on opioids and all that, you know. But what they doing is they taking the marijuana out of the hands of the young blacks, then they replaced it with heroin, right? So when they start selling weed in Baton Rouge in these buildings, in they legalized buildings, then you wouldn't even want to profit off of the marijuana anymore. Even though you know for a fact you couldn't, because I'm pretty sure if you got you a charge, any kind of charge or something like that, even if it's a marijuana charge, you couldn't sell marijuana in a dispensary. You probably couldn't even work for one as a handler or something. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even be a bag boy in one of these places. So they changing the game, and a lot of people don't realize what the system is capable of. Because you're not dealing with just one person. You're not dealing with somebody up the street. You're dealing with hundreds of thousands of collected officials, I'm going to say. Because that's what they call themselves, man. These people are trained to deal with you. They trained to think like you. And they have years and years and years of stuff they can review. Trends. Stuff that they done wrote down and put in books about you. And you don't realize you're not dealing with this police, that name. he go to the same school everybody else go to fight you. You see what I'm saying? And it's not because you're a bad person, because the system puts you in a situation where you had to do these things. You can't get a good paying job. It's hard to take care of a whole family with the job they offering us, you know. So, you know, one thing I like to extend to my people is to find what you good at. Find something that you love to do that can transition into some money and do it, man. You know, I see that stuff every day now. Like, black people starting to get more involved with the business sector. You know, they starting to, you know, get their LLCs up and running. You know, I see Big Sean with his t-shirts. I see Keon with Cajun Sensations. I see Cowboy. He got his building. You know, it's more than that. I'm just, you know, beauty shops posting up, Chris's Barbershop. You got all these different barbershops and beauty shops and you know, different things like that. You know, a lot of people making t-shirts like this. Person right here, Custom Chrissy. She made this. I haven't met her. Somebody gave it to me as a gift, and I love it. You know. But find something you good at, man. Find something you can do, man, because you don't want to get in a situation where you gotta, you know, work for them, not even just them, like just work for a corporation and get crumbs, and then have to still revert to selling something on the street that's gonna put you in jail, man. Get you something that you can make everything come to you, man. If you find a way to make it out and the people around you aren't doing well, you should do your best to empower them. You should do your best to encourage them to walk the same lines you did. And that don't mean that they have to do the same thing you're doing. That don't mean that they have to sell t-shirts like you or build dog houses like you, or you know, it got so many other things to do, man. Help them find their gift. Everybody got a gift. You were born with one, man. They got people that can't talk got gifts. They got people that ain't got hands and feet that got gifts. You know what I'm saying? You were born with a gift. Trust me. All you have to do is take that gift and find a way to change that into some money. And when you make your money, don't just run out of Baton Rouge. Don't run out of Baton Rouge, please. Why? You've been living in Baton Rouge all your life, and as soon as you get money, now it's just too bad for you to be here. Come on, man, stop that. You sit there and go way across the world, and then you fund somebody else's economy with the money you made that helped you here. I don't understand it. You might as well stay where you at. You gotta be smart to stay here now. If anybody got money in Baton Rouge, they gotta be smart. I don't care what you say. You gotta be smart. Or you'll get killed or somebody gonna take it from you. Either way it go. It's either one or two. You just gotta be smart. Now, if you ain't smart, go ahead, run, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta stay alive, but you gonna leave your family here. You know you is. You know you is. Cause if you do leave, you leave too early. You know what I'm saying? You won't leave fast enough to take your mama and your daddy with you, your cousin, your closest cousin with you, cause they gonna stand here and they gonna get killed or something. So what you do is you help change the environment that you are scared of. You see what I'm saying? If you don't change the environment you're scared of, people gonna be scared forever. You feel like what you got going on ain't big enough? Man, they got a lot of people that didn't think like that that's big enough now. Just because you thinking like that is the most limiting factor in your life. Because you thinking like that. You can't make a change. Of course you can't, because you can't make a change. You can't. But guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do exactly what it takes. I got so many things going on where I feel as though that I can make a change in 1 or 2 people's lives, or 10,000 people's lives, or 100,000 people's lives, million, whatever. Numbers don't matter anyway, but we can make a change in these people's lives just by being ourselves. Instead, people walking around like zombies, and that man over there, and that man over there, and that girl over there, that woman over there. Everybody want to be like everybody else. They see somebody got on, they wearing it. We finna look for it. And I ain't gonna act, and the funny part is you not even gonna ask them where they got it from, because you don't want them to know you got it from them. It's just sad, man. I don't understand, bro. If people would pay attention to their influence or the power of their influence. Like, they got a lot of people in Baton Rouge or from Baton Rouge that's scattered all over the United States right now. And their influence is so incredible where it can touch people from other countries. But those same voices don't ever come back to Baton Rouge and talk. So I look at it like Baton Rouge need different people that's from Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge need people that are willing to go to bat for them. Baton Rouge need people that, well, let me stop saying people. We need leaders to come together, you know. I feel like one of the best traits a leader have is being able to follow and know when. See, that's the difference. You have to know when to follow. See, a lot of times people make you feel like you should be following, but you should be leading. So you have to know when to follow, and you also have to know how to take charge. Because you can have the ideas, but you got to learn how to execute those ideas. You gotta be able to bring the right people in to help you execute those ideas. And first of all, you have to have your discernment on point. You need to have God at the head. I'm just being honest. Like, think about it, man. Look at all the look at the people that got money, that got status, that did this, and they've been on. I'm gonna say on, right? They've been on for probably like a good year and a half, and then you don't hear too much no more. You don't see too much extravagant stuff, you know. And if you is seeing extravagant stuff, it's not there. And I'm a type of person that don't care about stuff like that. So whether you're doing it or not, I applaud you anyway, because you doing what you got to do. You're not sitting at home. You know, anybody that's not sitting at home to me is a success, because they doing what it takes to be a success. And the success is within you. It's nobody should be able to call you a success or call you a failure. Because I feel like God gave you everything on the inside. So respect, it comes from within. I feel like success, it comes from within. You know, whatever you are setting out to achieve, you don't let nobody put a timetable on it. You can't, because if you let them put a timetable on it, then you're gonna look at how they look at what you doing, and you're gonna say, man, I should have been had this. Like, I'm a rapper, and they have some people that feel like, oh, you should, shit, you ain't blow by now, you ain't do this by now, you know. Man, look, I ain't worried about what you think or say. Trust me. Because if I was, I'd be sitting on side you looking for my next move. I'm not looking for my next move on side nobody. I'm making my moves and look at it. Look, when you see what I do, you be like, damn, that nigga doing that now? He doing this now? Oh, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Like I said in the other video, you having too many insiders. Too many people know too much of what you got going on. And that is so unattractive to me, I couldn't even be your friend. This person telling me what you got going on. That person telling me what you got going on. Before you even see what it's about. Let me see first. You tell a nigga before you even do what you doing. How about you take the precaution of a president when he talking about who he finna go to war with? How about that? How about you take the precaution of a lawyer when the police come and say what y'all was talking about? No, keep it to yourself. Why not? How you expect somebody else to keep it secret when you can't keep it secret? I joke all the time. But one thing I don't really joke about is business. And ideas are worthless, right? Unless executed, right? Correctly, right? But at the end of the day, they still ideas and they can be executed by anybody. So if you choose to tell people your business, tell people your next move before you make it, cool. But don't get mad at that person for taking a good idea. You gave it to them. You gave it to them. It is sad because it happens all the time, you know. It really do.
Ain't no love in that raggedy. Ain't no love. I grew up in that raggedy. Don't do no trusting in that raggedy.